What's going on, everybody? It's the NBA Guru Show. I'm Zach. This is Naf. And the Kings. Disgusting, terrible performance today against the worst team in the league, the Washington Wizards. I mean, it's just, I could not believe it. I got my bird going off in the background. He's pissed. And it's just ugly stuff right now in Sacramento. We've been saying it, blow it up. It just looks more prominent by the day. And my bird, is absolutely livid and just saying the same thing, chirping. He's so mad as well. What do you think about this, Naf?
I mean, is this rock bottom for the season? Feels like it. I mean, that's bad. Losing to this Washington Wizards team that's intentionally tanking for Cooper Flag. I mean, this is as dark as it gets, man. I mean, did you see the players on the Wizards sideline that were not dressed for the game? They had like a whole starting five of like veterans that legit just didn't play. I mean, like Marcus Smart, Chris Middleton, Sadiq Bey,
Brogdon,
Keyshawn George. Like they had so many players that just didn't play. Like they are purposefully tanking the season, and yikes, that's got to be rock bottom.
They weren't even playing their like starters. A little like Jordan Poole only got 24 minutes. They're playing like the bench. They're playing JT Thor, Anthony Gill,
Thor Dagger. I mean, to lose to JT Thor Dagger in 2025 is insane, man. I mean, what else can we say though? I mean, we've said it all on this show. You know, I said it when the show started. I think the Kings should tank. You and actually a lot of Kings fans you guys were still a little hopeful. You know, you saw the bright side of things.
Hey, I gave it a week. You got to give me. I just said give it one more week.
A couple weeks, which you did, and then you did jump on the tanking bandwagon earlier than a lot of Kings fans actually. So I mean, there's Kings fans now. I see Kings fans saying, "Hey, let's tank." Like, yeah, there's a week left in the season, man. Like, let's tank. A week left in the season. Like you should have been doing this like 2 months ago, man. What was the wait for? Like now you might be screwed anyway. Just because the Suns lost Durant. So it might be too late. I mean, come on, man.
It might be it's just going to be tough a lot of Kings fans now want to keep the pick. It's going to be tough. Dallas Suns, it's right there. They're going to be in the mix still. They might be losing a lot. Phoenix still got the toughest strength of schedule. And Phoenix also has Durant out for a week. So AD kind of saved the Kings a little bit, getting a game winner today.
Yeah,
that was nice to see. That helps us.
Thompson hit a clutch 3 too. I watched like the fourth quarter of that game. The Dallas almost blew it, but Klay Thompson hit a clutch 3 when it was 115, 118 to tie the game, and then Anthony Davis hit a running floater to his left side, and then I don't know what the hell Trae Young was doing the last couple.
Shout out to Trae Young for missing that 3.
Appreciate. He had Anthony Davis on him. I mean, you gotta. I don't know what the play call. How do you drop a play where Anthony Davis ends up on Trae Young? I don't know. That's on.
Not a great call.
A great play call there by Dan Quinn.
But yeah, that's it's tough. Everything's downhill. I mean, I was actually proponent of Doug Christie maybe even staying, and now I think he's gone. I mean, this was the dagger for Doug Christie, in my opinion. Flores is saying stuff about it. Yeah, it's done. I think everything's done. Sabonis, trade him. Trade DeRozan. Trade if you can get something out of Levine. I doubt it, but this is rock bottom.
Been done, man. This is what I've been saying since the trade deadline, man. Like it might be too late now. I mean, yeah, you could get rid of your front office and Doug Christie, which I guess this probably was a dagger for Doug Christie, you would say, right? This game right here.
I mean, I wanted the Kings to blow it up in December when we got rid of Mike Brown and wanted to trade Fox. I wanted to trade Fox for Sohan and all these.
Yeah, exactly. You did. No, I think we both did. Yeah, I mean, you did. I'll give you credit. You did want Sohan and Vassell, and I mean, even before Castle was. I mean, obviously they would never have traded Castle, but there was talks of Castle for a little. So yeah, we did want. We were talking about getting before the show even started, like getting some young players. But I think once they got Zach LaVine, it just sort of a lot of the fan base was like, you know what, might as well go all in, see if we could get that 8th seed. So looking bleak, man. I mean, 1 week. I mean, the season ends what? I think the season ends next Sunday. So yeah, so the season ends next Sunday, and then hey, it might come down to that Kings Suns game.
Yeah, hopefully
Do you
the
know who
Kings
has a
lose that.
tiebreaker? Do you know who has a tiebreaker?
I want to say we're down 2-1 on it, but I might be wrong. It's 2-1, one or the other. But I feel like we've only beat them once, so you could double check on that. But
Kings has a tiebreaker.
we're up 2-1 in the season series.
I'm just looking at the Western Conference tiebreakers standings, and the Kings are above the Suns.
Yeah. We got. I mean, yeah. I just said it. I wanted Sohan of Vassell, and we got a $50 million contract in there, and with Zach LaVine, and it's a bottom 15 contract in the league, bottom 10 maybe. I'd have to go through them, but it's definitely in the bottom 15 for sure. And it was all disappointment. We just gave it a shot. Like, hey, man, like maybe we can run it out. Zach's been playing well. Give it a week or two. Let's see what happens. And now we're here. Kings were 5 games under 500 under Mike Brown. When they fired him, we were 13-18. Now it's April. We're 4 games under 500 at 36-40. Just really haven't done anything. No improvement. It's pretty rough stuff. I think the Kings are 1-7 in the last 8. Ugly stuff here in Sacramento. Ugly. I don't know how else to describe it. We need a reset. Hit the reset button quick. Get out Monty. Get out Doug Christie. Get out Sabonis. Get out DeMar DeRozan. Get out everybody. Anything you get assets for at this point, man.
Yeah.
It's ugly.
No. I mean, this is what we've been saying, man. Get everyone out. I mean, we talked about the game today. I mean, the Kings give up 15 3-point field goals made to, which is the last in the league. That's their average to teams in the league. And then, I mean, today the Wizards made 17 3-point field goals. So, I mean, if you're giving up 17 threes to the Washington Wizards, who I think are last in offensive net rating. Let me see here. I think the Wizards are last in, so they're 30th in offensive net rating, and then their defensive net rating is 28th. I mean, This is one of the worst teams in the league. The worst net rating in the NBA this season, Washington Wizards. And I mean, you had JT Thor hitting threes. I mean, you had the kid with the four name. What was his name? He had like 14 and 6. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Tristan Vukcevic or something like that. So
17
yeah,
and 8.
Vukcevic, 17 and 8. Yeah, I mean, this was just. I mean, they basically played a team of like college players and college and G League players and lost. And you had DeRozan, LaVine, Monk, Sabonis. I mean, it's.
And they were getting clowned. There was a fight too with Monk and stuff. Like Monk was barking at these guys. I mean, it's pretty sad when you get a sixth man of the year candidate. You know, we were at the top of the team, league in the number 3 seed 2 years ago, and you're fighting with this Vukcevic guy who I haven't even heard until today, to be honest. And you're just shouting match with him because you're frustrated with your team and you're just so mad about where you are.
He's a two-way player. He's a two-way player from that's Serbian and Swedish. That, yeah, I mean, just punked Monk and punked the King, which is honestly embarrassing. Like, these are vets, man. These are like players that LaVine, DeRozan, JV against his old team. I mean, it's so bad. Like, I mean, teams are going 2-3 zone every game versus the Kings because they know and you go 2-3 zone when you know the other team can't shoot.
Yeah,
and that's what. I mean, you have DeRozan out there with Monk, and I mean, just play like Markelle Fultz, Trey Lyles. I mean, Sabonis. When you have a lineup like that can't shoot, of course the team's going to go 2-3 zone on you, and just force you to shoot. So, yeah, man, ugly stuff.
Monk 4 for 13, 2 for 9 from 3. He's been having a terrible stretch still. 13 points, 35 minutes at 13 points compared to Vukcevic with 17 and 8 and 22 minutes. Way more efficient. The guy's getting punked with. Kings, I don't know even how the Kings were close. They shot 51% compared to 42%. Kings did a little bit better in rebounding and like free throws. That's about it. But everything else was the Wizards. Champagne with a plus 15. Man, I mean, it's Zach LaVine, as usual, the worst plus minus. It's a -9. Yeah, I mean, people here saying good stuff. DSC cut everyone except Keegan and Keon. Yeah, I don't know how much Devin Carter is worth, but if he's not worth that much, keep
He didn't
him.
even play. He hasn't played in a while, but I think he's assuming like, oh, he's just talking about the players that are like played today.
Yeah. But yeah, him. Yeah. Let's see. King's fire sale, yes sir. Flores. Nothing good will happen when you have Vivek the clown run this franchise. That is absolutely true. It's tough, and it's just tough as Kings fans because we're so deep in it. Like we can't just pick a different team. It's just to pick them and live with it for the rest of your life type thing when you're like an 8-year-old. That's just the way it is, and you can't really get out of it. You're just too deep. You're too loyal. You can't just change teams and stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's been a rough. I mean, what it left is this might be. I mean, the Kings have had some low points in the past 20 years, but I mean, this has got to be bottom 3, right?
Bottom 3 team, bottom 3 loss for the year or what?
No, like bottom 3 like situation for the Kings. Like, I mean, probably bottom 3 like King season and maybe like the past since like it's 16 years.
We've had some rough
years,
seasons, man. We've had some rough years.
That's true,
I
but
don't
at
know.
least this
It's hard.
season you had hope, though. That's the difference. You have
Yeah.
expectation. The difference is you have expectation. When you have expectations, it's just different, you know?
We've had the most talent in a minute for this is the most talented team we've had probably, even more than the Beam team, to be honest. But it's just the construction and I think spacing's a big deal. So it's tough. It's tough. It's tough to swallow. I mean, Kings, man. I mean, they try to make it a game at the last second. I mean, we're down like 14, I think, going into the fourth. Yeah, it's not great. Not really much else to say, man. I don't know what else to say about this team. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it like so much that I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, if the front office is going to be so arrogant and just going to be so stuck up and just so concerned with ticket sales that they're going to try to drag this thing out, then it's going to get even uglier in the next couple of years, to be honest, especially if you don't keep that pick, which we've been been advocating for. But it looks like, I mean, the Suns are a game back. Like you said, Mavericks did help you guys with that win versus Atlanta today. So I'm gonna give you there's a beacon of hope. There might be some light at the end of the tunnel.
I got another
if they could keep their pick.
I got another light of hope here that I'm talking about. I got another light of hope.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Miami and Chicago are slowly winning games. They're slowly winning games.
Well, I don't think it matters if you make the play-in, right?
I think everything happens after. No, it's after the play-in. It's after the play-in.
Oh, so they okay.
Yeah.
So after the play-in, so it's not like the play-in teams and then the 12 teams that didn't make the play-in.
No, it's all after.
Or the 10 teams that didn't make the play-in.
Yeah, because you find out the seeds afterwards, after the play, right?
Because then, yeah. So after the play-in, then it will be 14 teams that didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah,
so the Kings would have to be bottom 12 in that scenario. So yeah, you're right. They cannot be like 13th or 14th team to keep that pick because there's 0% chance unless at the 13th or 14th spot they win the lottery. So
so Miami and Chicago. Miami has 35 wins, and Chicago has 34 wins. So there's a chance. I mean, if the Kings can kind of lose against Charlotte, there's a decent chance that we could lose most of the games.
Little, man.
I gotta refresh this. I'll be back in a second.
All right. Yeah. So right now we're talking about the lottery, and I'm gonna, let me share my screen here. Let's sim some lottery. You know what? Maybe we'll have some luck here, boys. So Sacramento, as you can see here, 13th. They would top 12 protected. So there's a chance here that they can. So let's sim it. Let's see what happens in our first sim. So Sacramento, Yeah, so Sacramento 13th in this one would go. So 13th, then it would go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing some lottery sim. I'm just seeing maybe this was my first sim and it went to Atlanta. So I'm just seeing maybe how long it takes for Sacramento to keep their pick.
Oh man, this is
This
dire
is
stuff.
the second one.
This is
Same
dire
thing.
stuff. We're going to the lottery at
San
this
Antonio
point.
won that one. Same thing. I mean, this is why they need to get out of that position. They're every single lottery spin that we're doing, they're 13th, 14th in this case, even worse.
Yeah.
But Washington won that one.
We're
Washington
just
wins
so
again.
close, man. Miami.
Look at this, man. This is why you need to get out of this spot. I mean, every single lottery sim is having Sacramento lose their pick, lose their pick to let's give it a couple more spins, man. Still nothing. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is why you need to get out of that pick, man.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's just ugly. It's just ugly stuff right now, man. Is my connection better or is it still choppy?
I
It's
think it's better. Keep talking.
Yeah. Can you hear me now a little bit better?
Yeah, it's better. It's better. I mean, you can hear you fine. It's just choppy. Like your words aren't matching up with your mouth and stuff. It's like the video, but it's good now.
DSC Tyreek gave us hope. Kevin Warren gave us hope. DMC gave us hope. Yeah, we need a lot, and I don't think Keegan can really carry us and stuff because
Not his game, man.
It's not his game. He can't really dribble the ball. It's not like he can just like create and stuff like that. So
I think Keon's a better creator and dribbler than Keegan.
Yeah, that's not saying much, but I agree. Yeah,
it's not saying much. Yeah, I mean,
none of
them
we've been
saying it. Keon, Keegan, Devin Carter. You just give them the keys for next season. And bring in a new coach, bring in a new front office, and just that's what I mean. Just like we've been saying, you know, and get rid of Sabonis.
Yeah. Flores 38 and 44. We were all on the same page. It's still alive. 38 wins. It looks like.
Did we say 30? Didn't we say 39?
Well, we said 39 at the beginning, but then afterwards we had it at 38. We've been consistent with 38 for the whole time.
I mean, if you lose to Charlotte tomorrow, like I think Doug Christie just has to stay in Charlotte, man. He cannot come back to Sacramento. Like leave Monty McNair. I don't know if he's with the team, but leave Doug Christie in Charlotte, man. I mean, if you lose back to back to Washington and Charlotte, ugly stuff, man. Ugly stuff.
Yeah, it's a little choppy here. My fault, guys. Hopefully,
give your because your audio isn't matching. But go ahead, say something.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good now. I'll let you know it's choppy.
But yeah, I mean, we've said it all. We've gone too long. I mean, we should just go to a different subject before it's too much.
Everyone in here, wants to kill themselves.
Anyway, we'll go. Let's talk about the legendary performances here. Jokic and Mr. Steph Curry yesterday had some crazy games. Jokic, first 60-point triple-double by a center, most points by a player this season. He had a career high in minutes, career high in points. I think he played the last 40 minutes of the game. He tied Shaq in 50-point games. Just amazing stuff, man, by Mr. Jokic in a loss.
That was a crazy game. I mean, that's probably the game of the year.
Yeah.
I know the Bulls Lakers game. That was just a crazy ending. That game overall, though, probably doesn't. I mean, that was a playoff intensity from the beginning of the game. I mean, Timberwolves Nuggets, little nice rivalry brewing in the league.
Yeah, one of the very few.
The last 6 times, so it's very one-sided right now. But man, man. Joker did everything he could. His teammates obviously no Jamal Murray that game, which killed them. But yeah, Curry and Jokic, only players in the 2020s to have a game with 50+ points, 10+ rebounds, 8+ assists, and 5+ 3-pointers made, and that happened on the same day yesterday. So historical night in the NBA yesterday. I mean, much better than today. I mean, today was not besides the Hawks Mavericks game today was not a good slate for the league.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
so you still got Jokic as your MVP.
hey man, this is why I had Jokic as MVP in the first place. We're witnessing one of the greatest offensive seasons in NBA history, and people just are getting MVP voter fatigue with the Joker, and they just want to give it to Shai, who, yeah, Shai's having a historical season, great season, but it's nothing compared to the level that Joker's doing right now. I mean, like I said, this is one of the greatest offensive seasons in NBA history. I mean, he's averaging a triple double.
Yeah. I mean, Jokic is definitely the best player in the league. And if I would probably give it to him as well, but Shai's probably still deserves it a little bit. Just because I'm just trying to be consistent with everything that they've given the ring, the MVP, best player on the best team by a wide margin, best net rating, first guard with 32, 5-5, 1-1 since Michael Jordan. He's first in points. He's second in steals. He's first in plus minus. He's first in 30-point games. He's first in 40-point games. He's first in 50-point games. The only player to average 30-plus points per game on 50, 35, and 90 other than the unanimous MVP, Steph Curry. So, yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's just like you got to be consistent with the way you've been giving it. And, it's not Jokic. Man, it's like, yeah, he's way more important to that team than Shai is to the OKC Thunder. OKC Thunder would still be fine, but yeah, I know Bob's in there saying it's not consistent and stuff like that. I don't know. I think they've been mostly consistent.
That's the thing. Like, if you're gonna change, like, what's the criteria? Like, is it best player on best team? Then okay, then obviously you're gonna give it to Shai. But
yeah,
I mean, obviously,
by a wide margin.
Huh?
I think the this year the difference is because it's such a wide margin, like 15, 16, 17 games difference is a lot between like the best, like that team and Jokic's team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously OKC is better than Denver. I mean, no one's arguing that, but OKC is, they also just a much better all around team. I mean, Jokic obviously has Jamal Murray, but other than that, I mean, Aaron Gordon, MPJ, he has no bench. He literally is the entire offense. Top 3 in points per game, rebounds, assists, and steals per game. First in double doubles, first in triple doubles. I mean, just 60-point triple double. I mean, I would give it to Joker. I don't care about the best player on the best team criteria, to be honest. Yeah, like Bob Gay. Bob Gay, who originally, back when we did the MVP podcast, Bob Gay did say that he was on my side, saying that it was voter fatigue and to give it to Joker. So, kudos to Bob.
Bob's saying, yeah, Westbrook was a 6th seed, not an 8th seed, and the Rockets were the Rockets. Exactly. I wanted Harden to actually win the MVP that year, so to be consistent. Well, and he was third in the West. So. Yeah, and LeBron.
Now you can't move the goalposts, man. If you're a voter, like, come on.
Yeah, like I don't know why they gave it to Russell. It's because they've never seen a triple double average. That's the only thing. That it's literally.
You need to change the name of the award, then, man. Name it most outstanding player or something. You can't name it most valuable player.
That's fair.
I think honestly, this should be like across all sports. To be honest, like if you're gonna name it like MVP, like, and you're just gonna give it to the best player, like change the name of the award, man. Like name it most outstanding player, like best player, like. Because the most valuable, I mean, I don't think anyone disagrees that Jokic is the most valuable player in the league.
Yeah, I mean, like LeBron James in 2006, he should have won it. In my opinion, like if we're doing it.
No, you mean Kobe?
No, Kobe was 4th that year.
In 2006?
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Let's see if I can share this right now here live. Sharing screen. This is the 05.
Are you looking at net rating?
No, I'm looking at just hopefully my internet doesn't get cooked here. This is what LeBron James averaging as a 21-year-old.
Yeah, I was thinking of 06, 07.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think so. Like, I think LeBron probably deserved it here. I mean, Phoenix was like the 1 or 2 seed team.
Yeah,
And
honestly, I don't
LeBron,
think
I
Nash
mean, is
deserved either
insane
of his
stats.
MVPs.
Yeah. What Shaq was the year before.
Shaq won in 05,
Shaq was
04,
second.
05 with Miami. Oh, he finished second.
So yeah, Shaq should have probably won it there too, right?
Let me see the numbers. Shaq was
Right?
averaging 22, 10 on yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you look at the numbers, I don't understand why Nash.
Nonstop. It was just close.
Yeah, Nash
This
did
one was
average
crazy
15 and a
close.
half and 11 and a half.
It's crazy. Like these numbers are not even close. Like these are not even close to the numbers we're seeing today.
No,
But
it was a way different league back then. Way different.
yeah. And then just looking at your boy Kobe here, you're saying he should have won in 07.
Oh,
He
05,
wasn't
oh
even in
06. No,
second
this is what
place.
are you looking at? Oh, 06, 07. No, he
This
should have
is
won.
06.
Yeah, no, he should have won
Yeah,
oh
this
five,
is
oh six. Man, he was carrying that Lakers team. It shouldn't have been LeBron. Kobe was playing with
Kobe was
Smush Parker and
averaging
Chris Mim, and
35.
he was averaging 35 exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. 5-5 on some okay shooting at that time. But
How does
anyway,
hockey do it? Bob's saying hockey does it right.
just
Do they do like most outstanding player? Let's look at the hockey NHL awards.
I'm not aware of hockey, to be honest. So
Do they not have?
that's just.
Let's see what NHL.
Let's see here, Flores saying best player SG on the best team wins. Yeah, I mean, in most cases, I believe that is true as well. Yeah, I mean, Jokic is still doing crazy stuff, man. Like, I mean, this is a tight race. This is a very tight race. I wish sometimes do you like if there was ties, would you give it this to tie or no?
No, I don't think you give this one a tie. Either you gotta stick to your guns, man. You gotta pick a side. A tie's like a cop out, honestly. That's a pussy way to decide the MVP, bro. It's like the call yesterday where you said that when they called it a jump ball. Come on, man. Like make a call, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like it's your job. Stand on business. Make a call. Like I can't believe they called a jump ball yesterday. Terrible call, man.
But yeah, it's a pretty close race. I mean, it was a fun game. Let's talk Russell Westbrook. Westbrook just blundering, fumbling, tanking, whatever you want to call it at the end of the game. I mean, was that ugly stuff? I mean, if I'm Jokic, I'd be so pissed at Westbrook.
Yeah, it looked like Jokic was pissed at the end, but yeah, Westbrook was just stormed off the court, man. Just ran into the tunnel as fast as he can.
He talked to a fan.
Yeah, he's always getting
left.
into it with fans. I mean, he was barking at babies in the bubble, so
What is it?
Westbrook is passionate, but he that's probably the worst stretch of his. Honestly, that's like one of the worst last minutes I can remember of any individual player in recent memory and on the NBA court. I mean, just to have those back-to-back blunders like that. I mean,
yeah, it's like 10
he
seconds.
just so he misses the layup, okay, but he's like standing in off for like 2 seconds, and then he like sprints back,
Yeah,
and then fouls Nickeil Alexander-Walker on the 3, and costs them the game pretty much. I mean, what do you think? People are saying, he should have pulled it out. But he did have a wide open layup, and you do see that a lot. So what did you think about the ending?
I mean, it's a wide open layup. You just got to go for it. You don't know if what if Westbrook you give it back. The guy that should have was Brown. He should have went. He should have been the one that stopped it. But because he was running so fast, because he was running to the fast break, so was Westbrook. And so Westbrook just was following Brown. He had to be on the fast break with him because if Brown's running, you got to run too. And so he had a wide open layup. You take it every time. And Westbrook, he's a bad free throw shooter. So if he's carrying it out to the perimeter, he's going to miss one free throw for sure. I think so. And maybe he makes an errant pass or something. You don't know. He's a little clumsy at times and stuff, obviously. So you just don't know. You just take the wide open layup. It's a wide open layup. You're an NBA player, bro. That should be 100% shot. And he got tired legs. I don't know what happened. He just choked it, and it's unlucky. And it happens a lot. I mean, Kyrie Irving is the Warriors were up, or sorry, the Cavs were up 1, with in the Game 7 NBA Finals, right? And they had the ball. Kyrie, he almost loses the ball, gives it to LeBron for like that dunk that he misses, and like they were up one right there. That was scary. Like that's like an underrated
Where he
play.
almost
Or the time where the
posterized,
Bucks
yeah,
in
at
the
the
game,
end of the game.
yeah,
You're saying he should have pulled
yeah,
it out?
and then like well, they were just like clumsy, yeah. Like he like if you're Kyrie Irving, you're a good free throw shooter. I trust him to like get fouled and make your free throws. And then like Drew Holiday to Giannis, like they had that alley oop, that famous alley oop. I think they were up one in that one too, and then he just threw it up. Like
Yeah, but was
you could
that
have
depends
done
how much time's on the shot
taken
clock.
out.
Was the shot clock off?
No, they were on a fast break. That Drew Holiday and both of those were like
But
on
if the
fast
shot
breaks,
clock's
right?
off, not
They just
off,
got
and
the
there's a
ball.
difference, then they
Yeah.
could still.
Oh yeah, I think shot clock
Yeah.
was off for both of
Okay.
them.
Yeah, as long
I
as the
believe
shot clock's off,
for
then
sure the Cavs won.
yeah. No, I'm with you. I don't mind
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't mind taking the points there, especially like you said, it's Westbrook. I guarantee you Westbrook would have missed a free throw.
Yeah.
He for sure. He's not a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, yeah.
He for sure would have missed a free throw. But yeah, I mean, no, I agree with you on that point. What about the foul at the end? Do you think that was a foul on Nickeil Alexander-Walker?
It's tough. I think it was. I think it was. You got a little bit in the body and like the hand. We can watch it right here.
Let's see the
take a
blunder
look.
at
You
the
got it
end.
up.
I mean, they had it, man.
Man.
Look at this. So 137, 135. I think this is where Westbrook. No, yeah, this is it.
Steals
Man,
it.
this is laggy. Hold up.
I'm gonna make a case for Jokic again here. Top 3 in points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game, steals per game. First in double doubles, first in triple doubles.
Yeah, you not listen to me? Jeez, man, God doesn't even listen to his co-host.
I'm so hyped on Jokic,
trying to give
man.
SGA
Come on.
the MVP, man. But yeah, this is,
we got Flores here. Would you start a team with Curry or Jokic?
Can't believe you're defending this call, man.
I mean, I got.
But yeah, let's see. What did he say? That's a good question.
I mean, if at their ages now, you're going Jokic every time, though.
What about for one season?
If they're the same age, you have to. For one season, I'm taking Jokic.
I think you have to take Jokic just because his size, and I think that he just. Oh man, it's tough because man, Curry's so good, man.
He's the best. So I don't think it's tough. It's not. It's not tough right now.
I mean, right now it's not just because Curry's older. I guess if it was like both in their primes, would probably be closer.
Yeah. If you're talking 2016 MVP year
this year versus Jokic, this is probably Jokic's peak.
I was looking at Curry's peak when he was averaging 50, 45, and 90, bro.
Yeah,
like,
50, 45, and 90. And the 45 is crazy because like how much volume he takes.
Yeah. I think he was above 30 points for that as well. For points.
Yeah.
With the 50, 45, 90. I mean, that's one of the best MVP seasons ever. It's gonna be tough, man. Like if Jokic doesn't win it, people are gonna look back at this and say, like, yeah, like this was like a Jokic year that she should have won. It's crazy. He's won 3 already.
I mean, it's crazy, like you said.
He should have won it in
he has better stats than the year he did win MVP. When he won MVP, he was averaging 26, 12, and 9. And this year, he's averaging 29, 12, and 10. So, I mean, 3 points per game more, 1 assist more. He's literally averaging a triple-double this year. So, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, and people are going to look back and be like, how did he not win?
It's definitely going to be like one of those MVPs where you look back on.
History or vision.
Like sort of like the Embiid one, probably like you said, Harden, Steve Westbrook.
Nash. Yeah, Embiid. Yep.
These MVPs, the Nash
one. Be one of those,
like you brought up.
Yeah,
man.
Curry was averaging 35 and 7 with 50, 45, and 90, bro. Like, but yeah, it's that's fun stuff. Other in that Curry game, what do you think about John Morant? Still has an obsession over guns and stuff. Like, I mean, I saw clips. Actually, Buddy Hield kind of started it, and Ja just did it back.
I thought Buddy Hield was doing it back to Ja. Like, that's what I thought.
I saw Buddy do it first.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's one of the
I thought
clips.
Ja did it first, and then Buddy did it back, and then Draymond was just mocking him. But I mean, look, man, Ja Morant is like you got to grow up eventually, man. Like, come on, dude. Like that whole Grizzlies team, like whip that trick, like, bro. Like, just stop. Like you don't own the Warriors. Like the Warriors don't like have your number. Like you guys can't compete with the Warriors when it comes to hardware. You can't compete with them when it comes to head to head. And it's just like, grow up. Eventually you got to grow up, man. Like, what are we doing here?
It's tough stuff. I can't believe they might be getting rid of Ja and stuff.
Ja to Sacramento?
That he's gone. Yeah, we need a point guard.
He's been playing well. He's been playing well, Ja. I'll give him that. I think in his last 5 or 6 games, you pull up the numbers here. But
I mean, should I be starting doing trade machine with like Sabonis for Morant stuff? Like, is this where we're going
might as well whoop up that trade machine, man. Ja Morant's averaging 31 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds in his last 5 games. So I know he's had a sluggish season, but he played well last night too versus the Warriors. He had 36 points. So I mean, he's not a bad player. I just don't think he's like he could be like a number 1 option on a championship team. I don't think his game.
Yeah, he's probably number 2. He can't shoot still. What's his 3-point shooting this year? Probably like low 30s.
3-point shoot percentage is 30%. Yeah, it's ugly. He shot well. 30%, yeah, not pretty. 46% from the field, so 46, 31, 76. His shooting splits are not pretty. But he does he is a good playmaker. He's a good playmaker. I just don't think he could be a number 1 option on a championship team, which is, I think, if you asked like a couple years ago, I mean, he was like in MVP conversations, top of the world. He was having that crazy season, and now all of a sudden, a couple years later. All right, let's see your screen. Oh, here we go.
Just throw it up, man. Just give him this offer, would you?
Why the hell would the Grizzlies do that? The Grizzlies. Can you imagine Domas and Triple J on offense? That would be ugly stuff, man.
They're JJ at least can spread the floor. Like he at least
he can shoot. Triple J can shoot.
Like we'll throw in Devin Carter or something in there.
The salary's match, yeah.
The salary's
Triple J can't shoot, so Domas can't shoot.
Yeah.
So
I mean that's okay, right?
Be worse than Zach Edey. Zach Edey was getting cooked yesterday by Curry. I mean, they're just putting him in ball screens and just getting everything open. I mean, I don't understand. Like, I think Zach Edey really needs to work on, like, he needs to really take a jump, because I think he's just NBA Curry going to target him.
I don't want any more dummies on Jacob Stops in Memphis. Yeah, I mean, we gotta try something, man. We just gotta try something.
I think every Kings fan would make that deal, right?
Yeah, I would do it. Yeah,
I think every Kings fan would take that deal. Like, at least you get a 25-year-old point guard you're buying low, kind of, in his prime.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
And
the thing is, Memphis would never ever do that deal.
What if I threw in Devin Carter?
No, maybe next year if Devin Carter looks better, but not this current version of Devin Carter. No shot. Maybe we do some picks.
Yeah, they'll probably get a man. If we can give them Sabonis, Devin Carter, and a first, but I want Jalen Wells back because I want him to come back to Sacramento. Let's make that happen.
Sabonis, Devin Carter, and a first for Jalen Wells and Ja.
Yeah.
Why the hell would Memphis do that, man? Come on, Jalen Wells was like your rookie of the year a couple months ago, and to give him a 25-year-old point guard in his prime for, come on, Domas and Devin Carter, who's shown nothing in the league. How about this? Would you rather trade for Ja or Zion?
Ja.
Yeah, because he plays more, right? That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
I think that's the only thing. Other than that, I think if you told me they're both playing 82 games, you're taking Zion, right?
Yeah. I'd rather have Zion. He has the higher ceiling.
He does, and he can run point.
Be like DMC 2.0, just a distraction. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if we get some veterans around him and stuff, like it could change his mind a little bit.
I think
I mean, he
Memphis
was
tried that.
Steven Adams and
I think
Desmond
to
Bane's
be
a
fair to
leader.
Ja, he's been kind of good the past couple of seasons. Like
Yeah,
with that gun stuff ever since it happened in his suspension. Like
yeah.
he's kind of been staying out of the bad limelight. It's just this
And
recent thing, and then his
today
injuries,
wasn't
man. He's
it
always
wasn't
missing games.
yeah, he's always injured. But I mean, to be fair, like I don't think it's that bad. Like it's like the gun thing that he did wasn't that crazy bad.
No,
Like
no. This time I don't think, especially if you said like you said Buddy Hield did it first.
yeah. I think I saw a clip where they're showing Buddy doing it first, and I don't think. Yeah, I would. I'm not like going crazy over this. Like it was.
Do you
It's
think he
fine.
gets suspended? Because they said they're looking into it.
Oh man, I hope not. I don't think he should be suspended for that. Do you?
I think he should get a fine, but not a
Yeah,
suspension. I think a
yeah,
fine's fair.
yeah. That's fair.
You know,
Slap
maybe
a
shooting
25K on
maybe
him.
shooting guns with kids in the stands and stuff. He's super popular in Memphis, Ja, so I know they love him there. But
Yeah.
there's no chance. I mean, I don't see. I mean, Luka got traded to the Lakers, so anything can happen now. But I don't see how Ja ends up in Sacramento.
What about? I mean, do they prize Ja more or Desmond more? Like with Desmond for base and Sabonis, would that be
Definitely
fair?
Ja. Come on, man.
They
Definitely.
they they priority Ja over Desmond.
Yeah, come on. That's
So
Ja.
okay. So would a Sabonis for Desmond Bain trade be a little bit more likely?
Yeah, I think that's definitely more
Sabonis,
likely. And
yeah.
why would I just don't see Memphis trading for Sabonis's profile? Like you have
Well,
Zach
I
Edey
think it's a
too. I
good
mean,
idea. I think it's a good idea for them because they
Sabonis is a
have.
bad defender, man. Can't
I
shoot.
know, I know, but they have Triple J to like back them up a little bit, and they have like everyone else is a good
Zach
defender.
Edey, man.
Zach Edey, like trade him for somewhere else. Like he's trash.
Just get rid. That's what I'm saying. Just
I
start
don't care
Zach
about Zach
Edey, man.
Edey.
Like he's enough. Like they're not just gonna trade him and get rid of him. Imagine starting Zach Edey and Sabonis. Oh my god, that
No, they
would
would
be
start
heaven for.
Sabonis. They would start Sabonis and Triple J.
So
Zach
Triple
Edey's
J
off the
will play
bench.
center, and then Sabonis will
Yeah,
probably play the 4,
yeah.
and then
So Edey's off the
will you
bench.
lose Desmond Bain?
Yeah, and
So
we'll give you
you'll
Devin
probably
Carter or
start
something.
Jalen Wells, Jaw. I don't know, Santi Aldama maybe at the 3.
Yeah, they got plenty. They got Scottie Pippen Jr. They got Gigi. If they want to go big, Gigi Jackson.
They have a
Uh,
deep team, but Memphis is crashing out right now. I did say Memphis. I did see Memphis slipping into
playing.
the play in which they are now. They're
Yeah,
falling quick, man. They are tied with Minnesota for the 7th seed right now. So they do have the tiebreaker, so they're 6, but man, Memphis in their last 10, 2-8, 4 L's in a row. I mean,
yeah,
Memphis might be a seller in the summer.
yeah.
Flores saying Sabonis and Zion trade should be considered by the Pels. We did talk about, we were one of the first here
Yes,
to
sir.
talk about Zion to Sacramento. We did fire up the trade machine, but it's hard to see why the Pelicans would just give up on him, to be honest. It's kind of similar to Ja situation, but for Sabonis anyway. I could definitely see them like selling, like trading Zion just because his injuries, they might just be fed up with him. But I feel like
Sabonis has got to be worth something, man. Like when you get for these type of players that aren't getting like they're not durable, like Morant and Zion. Like Sabonis is going to be like a good, like he plays every game that he can. Like
Sabonis is
he's
not
diehard.
worth Morant or Zion. That's in a like a 1v1, like straight swap. No way, man.
Yeah, but
I
durability.
don't care if Sabonis plays 82. Give me Zion in 50 games over and Ja 50, 60 games over Sabonis is 82, man. I'm sorry.
You're not going to get 50, 60 from Zion. You might even get. You're not even going to get 30.
Hey, man, he just needs to get out of New Orleans, man. He's got the fried food there. New Orleans is cursed. Everyone that goes to New Orleans gets hurt, man. Look at their team. Brandon Ingram was gone out for a while. DeJounte tore his Achilles. That's a cursed organization, man. $1 tickets. Get New Orleans out of New Orleans, man. Send them to Seattle or something.
Dude didn't even play 30. He played 30 games this year, dude.
Look, I know it's a problem. That's what I'm saying. They also shut him down. They're another team that's just intentionally tanking. They shut down McCollum and Zion for that reason. They're in the Cooper flag sweep stake. So that's another reason why I don't think his injuries were that bad this year, to be honest.
Zion's played 30 games or less in the last 4 out of 6 years, dude. Like, it's
I know.
bad,
I
dude.
think it was
It's
that
bad.
Carmelo stat too.
24 games his first year, 61 the year after, 0 the year after, 29 the year after, 70. Let's go, back to 30, man. I'm getting sick of this
Oh,
stuff,
whoa, did I
bro.
hear 70? Did I hear 70? Hey, give me that Zion 70 season, man. I believe that he just needs to get out of New Orleans and he'll be hitting north of 60. He looks good, man. He dropped weight. He's looking chiseled, you know. He's looking bulky, looking ripped a little. I think you just get him out of New Orleans, man. Get him out of New Orleans.
Sacramento doesn't have that much fried food, so let's make it happen.
That's what I'm saying. Sacramento food scene might be up his alley. Might help him out.
Why did Mavs give up on Luka, but Pelicans don't give up on Zion?
Oh my
They
God,
got smarter
Mavs,
management. I don't know.
We talked about, yeah. I mean, Mavs and Luka. Everyone. That's like unanimously agreed to be like one of the worst trades, if not the worst trade in NBA history,
And sports history.
And sports history. I mean, you cannot compare anything to that trade. That's just going down. That's going down a rabbit hole. But I'm not saying that the Pelicans won't give up on Zion. I'm saying if you're gonna give up on Zion, you're gonna get a better return than Sabonis and whatever Sacramento's gonna give up, man. Like look at it from the Pelicans' point of view. Like if you shop Zion, is Sacramento like one of the first teams you call? Like, come on, probably not. Let's be real.
Yeah.
If they do trade Zion too, they're probably gonna just hit the hard reset button. I mean, they're gonna probably get a top 4 pick this year. So
yeah,
DeJounte Murray, they might deal next year with his ruptured Achilles. I don't know. I think he has a rough contract though. But
the Pelicans have their picks and everything, or what?
Let's see. Let me bring up. Let's see what the Pelicans have.
Because
I think they do.
can't remember if they traded that for DeJounte Murray.
They did trade. Yeah, they did trade a first round pick.
and Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, I think that might be. That might have been. Wait, what pick was that?
Bob's having a question here while you're looking this up. Let's see what he has thrown out here. But yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know what Zion's value is good, but it's not like crazy good. Like Sabonis is still a decent player on a team. We were 3rd seed with him, so got to give him some props. Well, yeah, it's he's kind of like, I feel like it's because he hasn't done something astronomically bad. He saved the team from leaving, and it's not like Fox for a couple firsts and Zach LaVine is really bad, but it's not Luka bad. And I don't know, man. Like we were already bad, so like it's not like we went from like really good to like really bad with one trade, with the LaVine trade. We just went from 9th seed to like 11th seed. So he's just glazing, like, you know, it's not too much where like fans are gonna override him and stuff, but it's not good. I mean, if
people might forget, like after that debacle of a Luka trade, like Nico was getting praised like for trading for Gafford. Like people were like praising him that previous trade deadline for trading for Gafford and bringing in pieces and PJ Washington, if you remember, and they made the finals. So like people were like, you know, high praise for Nico, but man, if you make such a catastrophic move like that, like you said, it's not like with the Kings, it's more like one move after another. It's just slowly like torpedoing just their future. And people in Sacramento, I think like the casual NBA fan isn't smart enough to really realize what he's doing and all the meddling and stuff.
It's tough because most of the times that people want to kick the owner out is because they did something off the court. Like I don't remember like an owner where they just got so bad. Like, I mean, I guess maybe Jerry Jones is still an owner and stuff, but they probably.
No, you're right.
Him.
It's usually a scandal. Donald Sterling.
Yeah, it's usually a scandal.
Washington Commanders that just sold. Scandal. He had a lot of scandals.
Yeah, I know. Bob's actually a fan of the Commanders.
Who?
So he should.
Bob, yeah. He knows. Then he knows.
I'm trying to think who else What else would be yeah, I mean, like Nico, like they're more firing. Like all the Mavs fans are mad at Nico, like not the owners. The owners said yes to it, which I guess they should feel some blame. Obviously,
well, they should be mad at Mark Cuban. I mean, we could talk about Mark Cuban. He also has some scandals. Like people forget, but there was a lot of like work culture, like negative, whether it's like bullying and harassment. Like people forget, but a few years ago, like that came out against Mark Cuban, and people were surprised that he sold in the first place. And if you're such a diehard Mavs fan, like I don't think Mark Cuban honestly gets enough flack for the trade. Because I mean, you know who you're selling to, who you're selling the team to, and then I mean, you build up this team for like 15, 16 years, and then you just get rid of them just because they're not making a profit. I mean, if you own a sports team, you're not gonna make most sports teams don't make a profit unless maybe you're like the Cowboys or stuff like that. Like, you make a profit when you sell the team.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm saying that's when you make a profit. Like you don't make like yearly revenue. Like it's not a profitable business to get in. So like Mark Cuban, like I mean, maybe that could be a conspiracy corner as to why he really sold the team. He's actually he was at the game today. He's been at the last couple. He's in the same seat, and then he tried to cover it up by saying, "Oh, he'll still have like decision making and he'll run like NBA operations," but that was all just like a bluff. That was a lie. Like once he was out, he was out. The owners they're not gonna have him stay around and make.
Yeah, he was shocked too. Yeah, he couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I think people are still clutching on him buying the team to keep us in sack, but it's like, bro, just do your job and let the GM do this. Yeah, I mean, some people are mad. I mean, Vivek was throwing the first A's, the Sacramento, or no, he wasn't throwing the pitch, but he got up in front of the whole fans and started saying "play ball" in the first home game, and it was pretty cringe, the way he said it on the big screen. And I heard some boos. I did.
How the A's doing now, huh?
I think they're 0-3 at home right now. They're 2-5, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah, not good. Just allowing runs for fun. But I mean, that ballpark it's a minor league ballpark, so it's interesting. But yeah, pretty
easy to get home runs.
I think the diehard, like the hardcore fans, like realize like Vivek's an issue. But I think for the casual, like everyday fan that's going to the game, they're not gonna know.
Once there's a big scandal, that's when the casuals come out and say, "Oh wait, this guy did bad stuff." Then
Oh, he did. This is actually a good example.
James
I don't think
Dolan?
Bob Dolan. Yeah, Dolan in the Knicks, because if you remember, like the Knicks fans hated Dolan and they wanted him out until it's James Dolan, not Bob Dolan, but until they started winning recently. Once they got Jalen Brunson. Once they got Karl Anthony Towns, and I think that's because James Dolan was sort of like involved with the front office of New York. He was making terrible hires. If you remember, he hired Phil Jackson as GM.
Isaiah Thomas.
And then I think once he got hands off and he hired Leon Rose, another agent to GM hire, which was good. So he started sort of just stepping out and just not being so hands on. I think if you're a Kings fan, that's what you need to happen. It's sort of like that New York Knicks with James Dolan. Because, I mean, let's be real. Vivek's not going to sell the team. Come on. He just bought the team 10 years ago. I mean, he has his family all involved in the organization. Like,
it's going to be theirs in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's be real. This is probably like, at least, unless some scandal comes out, like, you're not getting rid of him. So it's like, do you even want to? I guess you can, bring the negative. Yeah, it is good to sort of bring that, just to let.
But it's New York too. That's New York, man. That's like a different type of people.
That's true.
They're different animals. I don't know if we got that in NorCal where the
no, New York's a different beast. I'm not saying Sacramento's like New York, but I'm saying like maybe if the owner just can see like from James Dolan that. Yeah, he corrected himself. My bad. DS. So James, if he could learn from James Dolan, just be hands off, man. Like just hire a GM and just let him run, or hire like a president of basketball operations. Just let him run the team, man. Just go away. Show up to your box suite and just show up to the games. Let them cook, man. Like you don't know basketball clearly. I mean, you have a tech background, or I don't know something. What's his background? How he made his billions? Well,
he did, like he was in data.
TIPCO
was his Tipco was his big
Like,
company. But I mean, Mark Cuban said he sold because he doesn't want to let his kids run the organization and like be it stressful and stuff.
that's
I don't know
bullshit.
if
You believe that shit?
I don't believe it, but I'm
Bullshit,
hoping
man.
Vivek says something like that. That's why he sells the team, so he doesn't give it to Anjali and all in his and company.
Does he have how many kids does he have?
I think he has 3. I
All
think he has
daughters?
2 sons. I think he has 2 sons, 1 daughter. I can't remember if it's 1 son or 2 sons, but I think it's 2 sons. Yeah, he has 2 sons and a daughter.
2 sons and a daughter. Yeah, are his sons involved at all with the Kings?
No, I don't see them. I just see
Is
his
this
daughter.
Anjali?
2 relatable sources, Grant Napier and Ryan Russillo. They cannot believe the things going on in that organization. I mean, we all believe it.
When did Ryan Russillo say that?
I guess looks like he said it 5 years ago. I mean,
5 years ago.
Sean Cunningham from Fox 40 Sports, James Ham, all these guys. Sam Amick says there's going to be more stuff coming out in the summer. So I feel like we're going to know more stuff. Maybe not the stuff in the past 5 years ago, but we might hear some more things. I mean, there's always something. I mean, Anjali, Jeremy Lamb run the show. Just piece by piece, we'll hear something every 4 to 6 months about.
It's gonna be interesting the next couple of weeks. It's gonna be very interesting. Sacramento, very. I mean, obviously, they're not happy now, but it's gonna be interesting in terms of obviously the pick. Most important thing right now
is front office is gone the first day,
and then front office. Doug Christie, I think, is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be shocked if they came back, but to see who they hire is going to be interesting. Oh, man, Vivek's only 67. Oh, yeah, you guys got to buckle in, man. 67 is not old. I mean, it's not old in terms of owning a team. He might have another 15 years in him. I mean, how old is Jerry's like Jerry Jones is like 90, man.
Yeah, how old is Jerry Jones? I mean,
82. So,
yeah. Man, that's crazy. It is. It's going to be interesting this summer. I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening in the summer.
It's bleak, man.
Oh wow, he's waiting for Shams tweets. DSC's ready for the day after. Maybe the Kings losing the play-in, or we're the 11th seed. We don't make the play-in, and next day Monty's gone. He's waiting for that tweet. He's waiting for it.
Man, you think it happens right away? I think they wait a little. I think they wait maybe.
I think they just do it immediately. They got to do it immediately.
Oh, they have to though. They have to because it's like the turnaround is quick for the draft.
Yeah, and like you just want to like start, reset quick. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting summer. It'll be an interesting off season. But appreciate everyone out here. If you guys want to like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Apple, Spotify, Instagram. We throw out reels here and there. If you want to check out some shorts, we got the interview with Matt George. If you guys haven't checked it out, appreciate everyone coming out. When's our next show? I don't know if appreciate everyone coming out. When's our next show? I don't know if
I don't know if we'll do a show Friday.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's getting pretty bleak.
Unless Doug Christie gets fired and Monty McNair, unless they clean house and and they lose bad, or it's like an emergency.
Yeah.
I don't know about Friday night. Maybe I think what's it? How's the Kings schedule?
Let's look at the Kings schedule right here. We got Friday Charlotte, and then we got.
I mean, it's the home stretch. How many games are left?
There's Cleveland on Sunday and Monday at Detroit. We'll have
one on back Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, we'll have a show on either Sunday or Monday.
Sunday or Monday for sure. Man, this is a home stretch. Yeah, that Suns game is going to be big.
Yeah, hopefully Kings lose it, keep the pick, and see what happens.
6 games left. Yeah,
man, that'd be crazy. It'd be crazy if like the Kings can lose like all these games. Miami gets ahead of us. Chicago gets ahead of us, and maybe we get the 10th pick or something. Like maybe 11th.
Yeah.
Pick. Who knows?
Yeah, because if you, I mean, as long as you're bottom 12, I mean, because the likelihood of the 13th and 14th team to jump into the top 4 is very low. I mean, it's pretty much that those if you're like in the 10 to 14 range, it's almost like always chalk.
Yeah.
But like you said, if you could get like a 10th pick, and you could get one of those, you could get like a draft a point guard or something. Yeah, Jeremiah Fears, but I think his stock is rising. He's probably going to go like a top 7 now. Yeah, I mentioned his name a couple weeks ago. But
it looks like you got something for him or something. You want him pretty hard. But
he's good. He's good. But I mean, we'll see. You got to keep the pick first, then we can look at prospects. Man. And then you
Yes.
could look at trading. I mean, it should be a busy summer for Sacramento
Yeah.
Kings. If
Which
they do it right.
yeah, it'll be hopefully it'll be exciting and fun, and I'll leave everyone off on that positivity of maybe we get even the 10th pick if 11th pick if
Yeah,
everything
there
goes
you
right.
go. Hey, no, man, you got to shoot. You got to aim higher. Cooper
Yeah.
Flag, win the lottery. If you're in 10th, 11th, you might as well just go for Cooper Flag at that point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cooper
But
Flag to
appreciate it.
Sacramento.
Appreciate everyone coming out. It's the NBA Guru Show. We'll be on next week.